Happy Friday live. So just trying to get, there we go. Think you're pretty even there. I'll be able to check that in just a second when I get to my video. Okay. All right. That looks relatively straight. There. Okay. You're getting a little bit of my stand there, but okay, not the worst thing. So happy Friday. Tonight I thought I would do a 2-page layout. I have a bunch of photographs from different things that I've been doing, especially all the fun adventures that boyfriend and I have been having. And this is one from earlier this year, Memorial Day weekend. We went up to a place in Green Bay, Wisconsin called Titletown, which is right across from Lambeau Field, which is where the Packers play. Thanks, Cynthia. Happy Friday to you too. And we went up specifically to see an exhibit called Prismatica, which is what this thing is, and then did some other stuff up there. And I wanted to get that documented. Also went to a brewery I'd been wanting to go to. So that's fun. And these were like big, huge glass prisms. Just going to bring that up so you can kind of see. And when the sun shone through them, hey Harmony, hey Penny. When the sun shone through them, they like cast light everywhere. And they were kind of cool, but not certainly worth like a 2.5 or 3 hour drive to go see them. But we did other things. We went to Lambeau Field and did other things. But they also had them at night, but we were so tired from all the stuff we did during the day that we just didn't go back, because at night they were lit up because we're like, okay, we saw them. So this is a picture kind of looking, it's hard to tell because you get your reflections of yourself. So like, you can see boyfriend here a little bit, here's his shoulder, and he's kind of looking at the front of it. So anyway, so it's cool. And because we were going there for something else, it was fine. Otherwise, it would have been a disappointment. Yeah, it is kind of neat to see it. So, like I said, it wasn't what we expected it to be, I guess, but it was still cool. So, anyway, so that's what this is about. And when I thought about these prisms and colors and all of that, I thought about this paper pad I have from Paper House. And I think I bought this at Joann's ages ago. It's from a color wash collection. And I think I actually bought the papers and then bought the paper pad as well too. So like I have a ton of this left because I bought regular paper somewhere and then bought the paper pad. So I thought about that, and for some reason when I just flipped through it really quickly, the purple really stood out to me. So I'll show you. This, like, it goes purple, then a pink, and then kind of a lavender, a pinky lavender. So I thought that was cool, and I love the gold with it. So I found that, and then and I'm thinking this one should go here because he's looking into the frame. And then I found this paper, which is, I don't even know what this is from. Oh, it's from the Paper Studio. So from 2010, who knows how long I've had this. It's really super thin. I'm not quite sure why I even had this single piece of purple paper, but I did. So we'll use that tonight. And then this is a menu, the beer menu from the brewery we were at. It also has cocktails on it because we did one flight and shared it between the two of us just to kind of check it out. We had eaten lunch, so we weren't all that hungry, but thought it would be interesting to try the different beers. I think we had a little snack too, if I remember properly. Then as I was looking, I wanted a journaling card, and it's hard. They have them in here, but when I looked at it, it was like, I thought this would be kind of cool because I think it brings in that blue from the sky and from the prism. I also thought about this one maybe somewhere, so I'll have to play. That could go under here as well, because this is bringing in all the colors from the prism, so we'll see. I also have a couple scrap pieces of this left, so I could add that in behind this. I'll probably mat this somehow. maybe probably leave this, but I'd like to get something behind these photos, kind of where my thoughts are going here, guys. I'm not sure that this is going to work though, because it's so big, and I do want to see some of this background. I think I'd also like, you know, I need a title on here somewhere, so I'd like that. I did trim these photos a little bit as well. The other thing about this that was kind of cool is they had like big games and stuff like that. So we played checkers, but they had shuffleboard and lots of other things. This is right across the street from Lambeau Field. They have this huge hill that has, it's a man-made hill. Really, basically, it's on top of and on side of a building, and they made it into a sledding hill coming off that building. So in the winter, they put snow on it because it's Green Bay, Wisconsin. Put snow on it and kids slide down it. When it's not snowy, you can just run up and down it. They hold events and stuff like that there. So there's some thoughts so far. Not sure what we're gonna do here. I did think about this because I also like the green here. This I could trim. Maybe bring that over here somehow. Maybe. This menu is pretty big, so this might not work, but that's a thought to put something on there. I do have some other little pieces from that paper pad as well. Like make ideas happen, good vibes, believe in yourself. So that's a possibility as well. I do have a few beer stickers left over from a paper house collection. So like the ale and the these could be kind of fun on this scattered around, although it's kind of funny, you know, the beer stickers, but I could get those worked into clusters if I could think. And then also I have like a sheet of stickers and that kind of stuff, so I could pull in some of these like for titles or something like that. I could use this for a title maybe. There's lots of butterflies and that kind of stuff, but all in those kind of watercolors. So that's what I thought about so far for that. And then I also grabbed my Vicki Boutin sticker book here, hashtag sticker book, because there's all sorts of things in here. And her collections tend to be kind of watercolor-like. Now, these stickers are not necessarily that way, but other than a few of them like these, that I think I could make this happen. But there was also gold in this collection. And then somewhere, here we go, I found some phrase stickers, and these are actually see-through. So that might be kind of fun to do this, like, what did I see here? There was something like live every day to the fullest, say yes to adventures. That was Lucy Harmony. I wondered if you would catch that. She's mad because, of course, I've come and I've sat down to scrapbook. And when I can scrapbook, but the minute I start talking to you guys, she gets a little jealous and she gets sassy. So anyway, lots of good stuff in this sticker book. So that's a thought. Now, the other thing I thought about is somehow could I bring this paper over here, because I have a piece of it left. So I did think that maybe I could bring this over here. The one thing I honestly don't love about that, however, is that the white is on the bottom here, and then it would be on the side here. So maybe it needs to come like this and like that. And then this can go on there. And I'm covering up these two beers because I did not choose those beers. Those weren't my choice. So I thought, you know, I could do that. So if I do this, then at least, you know, they match on the bottom, which I probably want to cut this down a little bit. And then maybe, do I want to do this on there? I think that's a little bit too much gold on gold there. So then my other thought is, let's see, this could be white. I could pull this back again, but again, I think a little bit too much of that. I could look, so here's a little secret. Sometimes you can just like pull in one of these 4x6 cards and use them. So I like this, but it's got the gold again. This one, the gold would be hidden. I do like that enjoy every moment. But then I could bring in the green. I don't think I have the aqua. Or do I somewhere? Let's see. What about this? That could be kind of interesting. I actually think I like this one. And I have, oh, here. Here's that enjoy the little things. That might be kind of interesting to do that here. So I'm bringing in the color again. So let's get this side put together, I think. And then I'll start figuring out what I'm going to do. Because I think part of this is getting the main page figured out and then going on to do the rest of it. So this is another one of those 2-page layouts. That's a 2-page layout, but it is not a mirror. It's not an exact repetition from side to side. It just has things in common that I'm going to make it work. But I like to bring things from one side to the other so that you know that they belong together. That's one of the ways that you can do that and not have to repeat exactly. Okay, so I think that works. Now the question is, I feel like then I'm like stack, stack, stack. So then, and I like this photo is not fitting, but I like it because it's a memory of what we did that day. I got the pants beat off of me in checkers, honestly. Now I do have more than one of these. I don't really love that. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out, do I need to match lines? Could I do something so that I bring this down, like, I don't know, 1/2 inch from here. I bring this one down 1/2 inch. They're the same width. So I've got that kind of in common. But I think it'll look a little disturbing. I think it would be better if this one was the same, like the pattern was the same all the way across as you look at it. I think it'll make that a little bit more cohesive. So I'm just going to chop off a bit of this. I think it just needs to be a little narrower here, and I'll make it that narrow and it'll be better. This is one of those, let's just start gluing. This will also help reinforce this side. It'll be very interesting if I put those beer things in anything, because they're not like the styles. Well, even this style, it's kind of watercolory, but it's not, I don't know, as graphic or something as that is. So the other option I have is I could stick that in here somewhere and then do this. I kind of hope not to cover up too much of that background. But then the photos all sit to one side, and then I could put my title right below here. Then I see the whole menu as well, and I now have the card just kind of sitting here. So I'm kind of liking that a little bit better, as much as those, as all the papers and everything are going or the pictures are, there's a lot of pictures on one side. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oops, my paper's sticking to my ATG because there's always tape on that ATG. So as I'm thinking about it, you guys, I will definitely not be live next Friday. I'm not, I've got something big planned. It's one of those where I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't like to tell too much about my personal life until after it's over because, you know, I'm on the internet. So anyway, but it's something really big. So we'll let you know. So here's the question is, how far over do I want that to go? I don't know that I'm doing that for any particular reason. It just is. This border I could make work with that one. Although more importantly, I want the same kind of reveal from here to here to here. There is stuff on the back of this, but the important thing is that we see this part. And I chose 3 and he chose 3. So that there's a K and a J for each of them. So I know we knew who chose what, to see how good our beer guesses were. Okay, so there's that. Then what I'm trying to do, I'm going to cut this off because this is overhanging this edge. I'm trying to get that card to sort of line up in the same line as those photos are on the bottom. Liking that. So then this lines up. Oh, she's going to be sassy. That's Lucy again. I'd tell her to come in here, but she won't anyway because she wants me to come there. It's not good enough if I tell her to come in here because she's a cat. Okay. So we'll do that, and then this. So they kind of come across. Yeah, I think this one can go here. Okay. So just, this is interesting. Now, my other thought is, should this be, now I'm looking at it, should this be on the same top line as that? Oh, come here, Lucy. Say hello. Come here. I'm trying to get her to come, and then I'll show her. I'll have her say hello. But she's standing outside my scrap room door and just crying at me right now. Okay, so this comes across here. Oh, that's funny. Penny said she thought it was her cat crying in the other room. She didn't realize it was Lucy. Nope, that's Lucy being obnoxious. Okay, so at least the guts of this are sort of started. We have just kind of the, you know, that done. I was thinking about my title, and I have these stickers from the actual collection, and that I could bring in here, and then that would bring in the colors of this. I also have this. This is another, this is from Reminisce, but they're not, let's see, what do we think? That's a pretty color, but these are more blue. These have some of the greener pieces in them and looking more watercolor. Like this I like with that, but I like this better coming across from it. So I think we'll do it that way. And I think I looked earlier to make sure there's no E, but I can use my I can use my white pen to put a little piece in there so I get an E. She is being obnoxious. Okay, so let's get that going. And I'm going to take one that has a little bit of a more mottled with light and dark to start this out. I'm going to grab my pokey tool, which is otherwise known as my tweezers now that I remember the actual name of it. Oh, hey, you guys, if you were on last week at the video cut out, and I think it had something to do with YouTube. I looked at it. We were on for more than an hour, and sometimes YouTube doesn't like that. But if that ever happens, hang in there because I will come back if I can. And I'll usually, if I can't get it to come back right away, I start another stream, and that's what I did last week. So just know that. Hi, Kristen. Lucy Penny's saying hi to you. Stop being a brat. So, so the district is called Titletown. I don't know if I told you that or not. Okay. So is everybody, well, and maybe you haven't, obviously in Wisconsin would be more concerned. The Packers played last night and beat the Arizona Cardinals, and Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback, ended up on the ground with a late hit, and he had the funniest expression on his face that has now become memes everywhere that are just funny. So I've been laughing about that all day in Wisconsin. I may have to adjust this a little bit so that it doesn't come out beyond the edge of this photo, because I could sneak this back in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And then maybe we'll put something kind of at the edge. Or, well, actually, I don't want to do it at the edge, because if I do that, then it will, it'll create trap space here. So sorry that you guys have to make me watch, or I have to make you watch this. Yay, moving letters is really exciting scrapbooking. I'm not using anything here to keep them straight, because they'll straighten up themselves. You know, they'll go in a straight line themselves. I have it up against the photo. Kind of like when you got to use all those lovely October afternoon letters. I think these are about the same. They're not exactly the same widths, so that's kind of interesting. Okay. So I thought it was cold last week in Wisconsin. Yeah. It's really cold now and raining. It's a perfect night to scrapbook with you guys, actually. Icky, icky, icky here. So Titletown Fun. Originally, I thought the fun would go here. Okay. I was thinking about putting Memorial Day or something. That's not going to work. But could we... maybe do that so that it lands evenly. That's what I'm going to do. So there's a little border under there. And I could pop it so that it's partway on that photo. I'm just going to cut it right like that. There we go. So then there's it's really going out about the same distance. Okay. And then I still have a little bit of this left. I'm going to keep that because I might use that again sometime at another day. Chris, moving out alphas is more exciting than TV tonight. Very funny. Interesting. I think there's a Hallmark Christmas movie on. Not now. Well, it probably is on now. I'll probably watch it later. So I have these little stickers too that are, I'm thinking if I could echo that somewhere. I'm just going to pop them up here, 2 of them up here, to remind myself that I might want to do that as I start playing with some of the other pieces here. So let's see. I'm going to take these 3 stickers and okay. Trying to decide where I want this to go. Up here, there, here. I don't want to stick it on the photos because it's without being sure. And if I'm not careful, I don't want to cover that up. But this then feels like I'm doing a like a triangle that's kind of enclosing the photos or something. I don't know. Okay, so these guys probably need to be moved. I might not get these on here. I'll just pop those over there. So I think that's a good start, getting the beer in there. Then, and this one I'll put in this corner, and there's really nothing over here. I think it's time to look at the Vicky Boughton sticker book and see, can I throw that border on top of this one, you mean? We can try it. I was trying to do it because I didn't love how that had, it was so plain. And see, I think if I leave this here and then I do this, well, actually, what you meant, I understand what you meant, Kristen. Can I put this border on top of the menu? That's actually a great idea because that then pulls the pieces together from side to side. So thanks, that's a great idea. Okay, so then if we do this, and then I'll create a little cluster up here and maybe bring something in from the Vicky Boughton thing. I don't want to cover up Hinterland there because that's the name of the brewery, and it was on my bucket list of Wisconsin breweries to do. Now I can always cut this too, like if I wanted to do something here, but I'm going to still try to do this up here. Okay. Ah. See, that's why it's nice to have your scrappy friend scrapping with you on a cold and rainy night, because you guys can see stuff that I might not. Okay, so there's a start there. I'm not going to worry that these other 2 don't have the arrows. Yeah, I like that. That was a great idea. Thank you. Okay, so Vicky Boughton. I'm looking for like pieces that can be foundations that will work. And again, I can bring in these other colors, or I can bring in gold as well too. So this could work because I've got, that's the color. It's kind of funny to be mixing these beer things. So I could do that. So that's a thought. I think I don't want to do it there. So let's kind of put that there. I'm going to be careful because once those stickers go down, they go down forever. There's also, actually, this would be kind of cool. I actually like this better. There's these little banners, those 3 banners there that are kind of, they have like almost a map to them, and we traveled to get here. So let's see about doing that. And I'll probably do something else along with these, but that's a start. This one's going to be a little harder to do that. This one might only come out like this, but that's okay. So that, and then this one can go up in that corner. So I'm just getting little foundation pieces in here. This honestly would be better. And this is so funny because I'm now thinking maybe, yeah, I like seeing a little bit of the color. And then I can always cover the little hole with a enamel dot or something. This would be better if I could get it up here a little bit. Maybe that sticks off the top of this layout. These are weird pieces to use. It's okay. So I tend to like my beers pretty heavy. I didn't have a stout, but that's why I chose this one, because that one for me is good. I did have this, oh, I did have a stout. I forgot about that. So this word is punchki, which is a Polish jelly donut, basically. And I had a beer based on that, and it was actually my favorite. Apparently they release one of them every year. So I'm gonna tighten these up a little bit here. So you're just seeing a little bit of that aqua color. And Puczki is spelled P-A-C-Z-K-I. I'm not Polish at all, but I live in an area where there are a lot of Polish people. So on Fat Tuesday, the day before Lent starts, it's traditional in that culture to have punchki, so the donuts, before you start behaving yourself for Lent. Okay, still feel like I need something in there, but we'll figure it out. There's plenty more stuff in here. And I could do some gold in there. There's lots of arrows. Maybe I need to go to some of the arrows. We'll see. Let me find them. Okay, so lots of gold. There were butterflies. I do like the little love you. I was thinking about there, but I want to put something here. Maybe something rounded, if I could find it. Or there's these arrows too. So there's no purple, unfortunately. That looks like I'm stacking things again. For this one. This one, it might be okay. Yeah, that's not the answer yet. At least not that. Oh, although now I could do a blue one. Oh, I'd only have minty ones. Yeah, I did think about the number thing, so I can pull that in somewhere. This color I like a little bit better. I may need to drop this arrow just a little bit though, or drop the banner. And speaking of dropping the banner, I think I'm going to do that. This is so funny. After I picked them for the color. Okay. Let's just get this one on. I'm going to take I'm going to cover up the aqua part. Oh, which means if I do that, if I cover up the aqua part, I can use the aqua. Okay, that one will not come off. That's why I was careful about that before, but if I cover up that aqua part, I can use this. That little bit of aqua was bothering me. Here we go. Okay, there, now we're layering, and I like it better. Except I turned this one, there we go. All right. Getting sassy here. I did cover up a little bit of that nutty whatever. And I don't have to use the same color, but it's the colors. I like the color there. So, hey, Tammy. You haven't missed much so far. Just playing around with a 2-page layout here with some things in common. And I have to get that far enough so you can't see that. This one's going to be a little tricky. It's very tricky, see? Kind of like it going this way, but then the banner isn't right. Let me see if I think I can do this. No, it looks funny. So let me see if I can flip this the other way. Maybe this is a point where I see if I can find a number in that color. Let me do that quick. It's always fun to use numbers, right? So we tried 6. And that's in a peachy color, so I don't like that idea. That hello would have been good. Let's see. I just need to get this to work. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up again and hope that this sticker will come off. There we go. I think this needs to come up here. And then this can come over here. Yeah, I love these sticker books, period. They're awesome. There we go. And then what I can do, like on some of these banners, is I can write a little bit more of the story. Okay. That's a little bit better. There we go. Now I'm starting to like it a little bit more. So there's a star here. And I don't think there's stars in this other one. I do want to get, well, there's stars here, but I don't think there's gold stars. And I know I have gold stars. And then I want to go back to those phrases, because I could include some of those somewhere. Maybe not the gold phrases, but these guys. But let me grab, there's those stars, or I'm looking for my gold stars that I punched and I can't find them. Uh-oh. I have a ton of them. Hang on, there they are. These are more glittery, and I was thinking about repeating the foil if I could. Here it's kind of weird because I have that star right there. But like this, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then I could even put those up on a little pop dot. Let's see, where's another one? There's, oh, that was a silver one. These are the stars that I punch them when I have extra foil paper. Okay, that just looks weird. I think I'm not adding a foil star here because I think that one is good enough right there. It looked funny to me with it repeating. I'm still, you guys, I don't know why this is. This is so funny. Like my pop dots and that kind of stuff are all in the same exact place that they were in my desk in my old scrapbook room, but I'm forever grabbing the wrong drawer. And I don't know why that is. It's funny. I actually think the reason it is, this is going to sound insane, but I'm pretty sure this is why. My door is on the opposite. It's on my right instead of my left. Like it was in my old scrapbook room, and it's thrown my sense of something. Okay. Yes, yes, I've lost my mind. Okay. So I do like I still do like Kristen's idea of adding, see the 6 is in black. Well, the 6 in black might be able to work somewhere. Let's see if we can get that to work. Because we tried 6 beers. There. There we go, Kristen. I like that idea. So that works because there's black over here and we get that on there. That's going to have to be glued down a little bit more. And then I think I've talked about this with you guys, but this is Rachel Reynolds' idea. When you have letter stickers, take your brayer and brayer across them and they'll stay down better. And those are really true about like the Ellie Studio letters and that kind of stuff. Those guys like to come up all the time, but you can brayer stickers down and then they tend to stay down a little bit better. I glue that edge of this down a little bit because that like wants to come up on me. So yeah, they're great because I would always have like, let me show you. These are awful with Ellie Studios at coming up. So when you brayer these down, I never have that problem anymore. And that's just a tip that Rachel shared a while ago. Okay, you guys, I think that's done. I actually think there's plenty on here and there's a lot going on here. I have a title on here. Kristen, great idea. I think you were the one with the border of this border and also the number. So that's good. And then we have just, you know, this is a totally different piece of paper, but we have that there. And then it's kind of funny because at first I wasn't sure I was going to like these 3 beer stickers on here, but I do now because they're kind of blending in with the, they're kind of blending in with the goldness of stuff going on now too. Oh, that's great, Tammy. I'm glad that that works for you. Okay, so that's layout number 1 for tonight. I do have another photo that I think I could use some of the papers from this collection, so I'll just grab it. And I think you guys have seen this before. I read this book, and I think I maybe talked about this. I talked about this at some point, but it's The Only Plane in the Sky. It's an oral history of 9/11, and it's eyewitness accounts from 9/11, and it was an amazing book. And this is when I started reading it, so I want to just remember this. And there's quite a few different books that were written about 9/11 with oral histories. In this particular case, obviously, it was the 20th anniversary this year. So I thought it was really, when I knew I had this book to read or wanted to read this book, I thought it would be really a good idea to do it this year. But I'm thinking about reading a 9/11 book every year now, at least until I run out of them to read. It was hard, but I was really glad I did it. So there's that. And this collection has some, like there's a blue paper in here. So there's that one. I thought there was one that was all blue. So there's this one. There's that. And I might have these in. There's this. So I'm going to pull these out. This one might be kind of cool because all those triangles remind me of direction arrows like planes. And then the other thing about this, because you can't, I don't know how well you're picking up in this, but the title of this book is foiled. So that will help, you know, when you leave yourself little hints like that, you may be the only one that ever understands that when you're looking through your scrapbooks, but that is a memory for me. So this is my other choice, but I really like this. I think I'm going to use that. That's one of those that seemed like a good choice when I found it, and I think I'm just going to stick with it and not go beyond it. And then I thought I had a blue. There's that. Oh, here. I was going to say, I thought I remembered seeing like an aqua blue piece of paper here to maybe mat this. It pulls in that, but let me grab this. I think this is going to be a really quick layout. This is again from that Paper House color washed collection pack, 12 by 12 pad. And then this is actually one of the color wash papers that's in the paper pad. And I don't think I have the name on it. It just says color wash collection. I don't think I have a name on this one. Oh, Do More is the name of this paper. So then I'm thinking, just gonna chop this and we'll see what happens. I have an idea about one of those cards that I thought I could use on the last layout and didn't. I also own blue. I have a navy blue ink pad that I might go grab. So I think that would be interesting to do. I also could journal in between here. I'm not in those spaces. Here, this is what I was thinking of. I have this piece as well. It's a lot of very undefined edges at the moment. I'm going to grab that ink. And I think it's really close here. So I know it's really close. It's just a matter of grabbing the right one. So I keep my, not all my inks, my Tim Holtz Distress inks, because I use them all the time, are in my desk drawer, but my, I have a bunch of Hero Arts inks, and those I just keep in an old cigar box. And they fit really well. So I'm going to try and experiment and see what happens. And then I usually just keep the, I know you can attach these, but I haven't done that. Like you can put a little bit of Velcro on the bottom of the ink pads and then also on the bottom of this pad as well. I've been too lazy to do that. So we'll see. I'm going to try it on this sheet of paper first and see if I like it. But I think this would be nice to give this some edges. And it's already kind of distressed looking, so me distressing those edges makes a little bit more sense because it's looking really white and the lines right now are very straight. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better already. And then I could do something about like reading up here, and then I'm just going to distress this one too. I think I am going to keep this like this with all these edges. I do have my do have some wood veneer, and I might have some airplanes. I know that's very literal, but grab those. If I've got them, I'll use them. Otherwise, I'm not going to search for airplanes. Oh, I do have some. Like I said, I think this might be kind of a quick layout. Now that I think about it, though, it's the only plane in the sky. But the book does talk about the planes that, all 3 planes that crashed. So maybe that's what we do. Just like that. I think I like that. I could bring this up closer to, maybe now is the time for me to figure out where my title goes, and I think I'm going to put it there and use gold. The other decision I need to make is whether I ink these or not, and I do own Brilliance makes a gold ink. I might actually even have a second gold ink. Hold on a second. Did I just see that I had a second gold ink? No, I don't. Okay. I was going to wonder what I was doing if I did. But once you ink those, they're really juicy, and it takes a long time for them to dry. So if I decide to ink my planes, I won't do it. I mean, I'll do it tonight, but I'm not going to make you guys watch it. And it takes so long for them to dry that I'll just I'll set them on here so you can see what this is going to look like in the end. But I will ink them after we're done. Really liking the way this looks. And I think it's really okay for it to be really simple, because it's such a somber subject. So then I'm going to grab some gold letter stickers. Something that I might have a lot of. And I want them foiled versus glitter. In this case. Okay. Just looking to see if I have any other. I thought I had other smaller ones that were foiled. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Thanks, Timmy. I did tell you guys that before. See, I talk so much, and I think so. Who knows what I actually said. So since it is the 20th anniversary, I think I'm going to make that part of the title. Just because that seems pertinent to the story about why I picked this book up at the time I did. I'm getting really brave when I'm with you guys because I don't necessarily use my wax paper. I just go for it and move it if I have to. So again, this is exciting. Okay, hopefully this is still better than what's on TV. As I'm getting stuff on the foil letters. This is going to have to move over, so let me get this over a little bit. I think I'll just follow the line of that. So these are American Crafts stickers in the Anne font. And I don't know what that belonged to, but I love this. I love this. I actually think I have more in storage hidden. So if I haven't talked about this book, by the way, it's by Garrett Graff. It's heartbreaking, but it was so good. And I said to my mom as I was talking to her about reading it, I said, I felt bad because I couldn't put it down, like you would with a really, really good book. And it was a really, really good book, but it was such an awful topic that I felt, I don't know, it wasn't like I was sensationalizing it. I was learning a lot. I thought I knew a lot about 9/11, you know, for those of us who lived through it, which I think is probably all of us here. But I thought I knew a lot until I read the book, and then I learned a lot more. And at the time, I was traveling to New York very frequently with my job. So those places where things happened, I'd been to and that kind of thing. But reading this it was really impactful. Okay, this sometimes is a little hard to get these off of here. And I cut my nails today, so it's really exciting when I try to peel stuff off, or not exciting in your case. Okay, so I'm gonna just try to get this on, and if I have to, I'll come back and fix that. One thing nice about this font is there's a ton of these letters. Let's hope I can spell this. One of my subscribers caught it. I missed a letter. It's not that I didn't know how to spell it, but I missed a letter in a title a couple weeks ago, and somebody kindly told me that. I think we're just gonna make it here. I might go back over later. Yeah, I still need to snug this up a little bit. So I will do that. I'm just going to call this 20th anniversary read. I don't know, you guys. I might keep this just the way it is. Oh, yeah, Penny, that's interesting. So I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but my stepson and daughter-in-law were married 10 years ago on 9/11, and they picked it. My stepson was a Marine, and they picked it because they wanted happier things associated with that day, but also to honor that day would be the best reason to describe that. So you guys share a wedding anniversary with them. This needs to shift because it's not straight. I'll go through the Vicki Boutin book just to see if there's anything else I want to put on here. But I think like maybe a banner or something somewhere. I'm going to shift that title over a little bit yet. Why don't I just do it? Yeah, it is really super meaningful. It's very meaningful to them to do it. So I also have a friend whose birthday is 9/11, but she was in her 30s at the time. I think that. And sad about your husband, by the way, too, Penny. I've seen what my mom's gone through. That's a tough one. Okay. Almost. I might actually leave the 20th and read where they are. I'll be very glad to get this documented. In all seriousness, I've been This photo has been sitting on the top of my desk for a while, and I just haven't been able to, had not figured out a paper that I want to use. Okay. I think I'm going to shift this so it's justified in the middle, because now it's looking a little bit funny to me, or something close to it. The one thing I'm trying to be careful about is you can crease these letters pretty easily. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, 47 or 48, that's awful. I'm really sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm thinking hard. And I'm creasing that E. I think it was creased, but I'm making it worse. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Well, if I need to, I'll move that around. I'm not going to make you guys watch me do that. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to just stick with these 3 planes. I like the idea of the 3 planes, even though the name of the book is 20th Anniversary Read. I may just leave them wood as well, because I think I like that idea of the wood. For some reason, maybe part of it is the rug that I had that on. I don't know. So let's see. And I realized I didn't put any. I was thinking about putting some of those phrase stickers on the last layout, but actually I think we've got it pretty well. There's a big banner here. That under something here. Can also go up here. Thanks, Penny. Could go up here. Kind of interrupts that, but so I was a little concerned about just that one triangle showing there, but remember how I said that reminds me of planes? I actually kind of like that, and I think if I put that banner across there, it upsets that. So the only plane in the sky, and then that only triangle banner there. So I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to glue this down now because of that reason. And that's another one of those things that when I look through my book and see this, that will have meaning to me. It doesn't matter to me that other people don't see it. That's okay. And I even do that. I even do stuff like that with my grandkids' books, where it might only have meaning to me, and I may never ever see those layouts again. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have them on Flickr, so I can go back and look at them there, but I probably won't see them in person, again. All right, and I'm going to just glue these down because I do like the wood. And I tend to just use ATG on these. Also really liking that I inked the blue here. I'll look one more time through that Vicki Boutin book to see if there's anything that strikes me, but right now, this is so simple. And it's not because I can't make it less, can't do something else, but I'm thinking I don't want to. Just time to just see if there is a sticker here that says remember all of this. And that I think is appropriate. I think I'm just going to center it right here because I think I'll talk about my feelings with the book and all of that and of the day. So that works really well for that. That's probably really hard to see. There. There's probably, I don't know. I was going to say there might be other things. I had, like, there is a tiny gold butterfly here. Butterflies to me symbolize life or being reborn. I think it takes away from the planes though. Yeah, the more I look through stuff, the more I'm going to leave it. I really think this is enough, just as it is. So, yeah, some ink. I didn't even ink I decided not to ink the planes. I think they'd start to get lost if I inked them, because they would be gold like a lot of other pieces. Yeah, I didn't look at tabs in a good color, because I could put a tab, you know, I could put a tab up here or up here. I'm trying to think, because there's stickers too. I'm trying to think if there are tabs. There's a couple different tabs, different kinds of tabs. So, you know, I could tab like up here, but I don't know. I think, and I don't want to add anything here because again, that's meaningful to me. I just think the more I don't normally do things quite this plain. There's a butterfly sticker in that. I don't mind it. There are heart stickers too. It's okay. So I'm trying to put stuff on it. I don't want to, and that's why it's hard. These are so easy to rip. Nope, not serious enough, guys. Okay, I'm gonna leave it because I'm trying to add stuff to it and I'm not finding it, and that means it's okay for me. There's so much that's meaningful on here for me, and I need to add words in here, and those are really important to me. And I'm just looking at this, and it's not straight. I didn't look at it from the perspective that you guys can see it from. So let me just change that just a little bit. This needs to lift too. Making anyone nervous? The good news is these papers are pretty thick. Okay. Now, the one thing I could do, let me try this and see what I think, is I could border this with a cardstock behind it, like in that color. That's something I could do. Let's just look at that to see what it looks like if I have anything like that. I don't want to use anything, and I'm not seeing. This is the closest cardstock I think I have to those colors. Yeah, and it's not right, but I could do that as well and give that a frame. And if it was this more greeny aqua color, I think that would look better. Like if I had that color, I probably have it in pattern paper. I just don't think I have it in. Let me show you with an edge. This is not a great example because I would not put this pattern behind here, but can you see how if I had that color, I think that does a nice job behind there, but I don't have that color. So that might have been something that I could have done, and then I could just chop off a little bit from each edge, but that this heart paper is not right, and I don't have another good paper to use for that, from what I remember anyway. Well, here. Let's see. I have a petite print stripe. Yeah, nope, minty. Okay. Yeah, I just don't have it. There are colors like that. That's one of the things that I haven't been buying very much, and there are colors like this, more bluey green. I'm out of that in more tone on tone patterns, or faux solids, like I like to call them. So, oh, it's okay that we don't get stuff straight. It's more fun that way. So anyway, I am gonna leave this. It's really simple, but I like it, right? That's the most important thing. Okay. No, I did look at, see, now I'm thinking about these gold stars. So let's see. Again, trying too hard. Put it away, Kelly. I'm putting it away. Okay. So you guys, let's look at the two layouts that we did tonight. So there's this one, which is the 20th anniversary read of the only plane, or 20th anniversary of 9/11. And I could put 9/11 up here. That I might do. But I can do that later if I decide I want to do that. But anyway, so 20th anniversary read, and just a really simple layout with some really meaningful things to me in it. And then, and this is all from that color washed 12 by 12 paper pad. And then the other one was this 2-page layout of, yeah, that is not staying down. I might have to go in and throw a little glue on that page, but we'll see. Of your boyfriend and I having a little bit of fun. All right, you guys. So that is it for tonight's layouts. I know I will definitely not be here next Friday or next weekend. And I don't even know what the date is after that. But we'll see. So I will try to be back then. Otherwise, you guys have a good weekend. If it's beautiful fall weather by you, go have fun doing something neat. It's not going to be, it'll be nicer tomorrow, but not so great. Still not so great, and kind of cold and wet and rainy around here, which is typical for this time of year with us, but that's okay. So I get to have dinner with my sister and brother-in-law and boyfriend tomorrow night, so that'll be fun. So you guys go have fun tonight. I think the Hallmark movie has started already for the Hallmark Christmas movie. If you're into that kind of thing, I'll probably do that start that while I clean up in here, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.